Sarah!
Hello.
What did you do?
I bought a thing. We bought a thing.
How did you buy this thing?
Well, I'm very rarely on the Book of Faces, and I was on there, and somehow this popped up on Facebook Marketplace. And so we drove to Arkansas, 4 hours there. You
5.5 back.
5.5 back for sure. You inspected everything.
Well, I looked at it. Let's not use the word inspected. That actually means that I'm an expert if I inspect. I look, and that lets me have room for future repairs.
Yes, and we did our research beforehand on if you were going to buy an older model VW, what to look for and what to test.
And we met a really nice couple. We're not going to say their names, even though I hope they do watch this, because I didn't ask if we could use their names.
Sure.
And I don't want to dox anybody. You know what I mean, along those lines.
Yeah.
All right, so we went up there and we met with him. He had it on sale. We did a walkthrough. He'd been the owner of this for 22 years.
Yes.
And by the way, he did not look like he was old enough to own a vehicle for 22
No, not
years.
at all.
So they took really good care of it, too. He had all the records and all that kind of jazz.
Yes,
and
the purchase
really loved the
included.
car. You could tell he loved
Yes.
he loved his Volkswagen.
He didn't want to part with it, and he was really grateful that he was kind of handing it over to new owners that seem to share that passion.
Yes, because we're looking to do some more outdoor adventures next year, which we'll
Definitely.
take you on. And this is, now we're recording this in the future based upon a lot of work that's already been done to be the intro to the work that's going on with it. And today we had a milestone. What was our milestone?
I got out of the DMV in less than an hour.
Well, yes, and it has tags.
Yes, it has tags.
So it's legal.
Yes, and
Yes.
we registered it for a classic car designation, and so we should get those permanent plates in a couple weeks.
Now let's talk about how much of an expert I am. What was the first thing I broke on this car?
Your phone.
No, not just my phone.
Your
What was it?
seatbelt.
I broke the seatbelt, but you're going to see in some videos that I fixed the seatbelt. And we passed inspection. Oh, we had to do the back lights too.
Yep.
They were the housings. You know, they're 40-something years old. They had deteriorated to where the bulbs were a little too loose and they wouldn't stay. And then one of them just started flaking apart. The plastic started breaking. So we got all that swapped out.
And you're so handy. We can do a lot without having to go to a
Yeah,
mechanic.
we can do a bit. And you know what? That's what's going to happen too. We're gonna have our repair stuff, and Sarah's gonna learn to do quite a bit herself. She'll be helping out. We got, even though I think not this video, but maybe another video, we do a tour.
Yep.
The interior is just in incredible shape. It just needs a little bit of a refresh, as in, I think, what, new carpet, maybe some reupholstery, or maybe some new stuff in it.
Yeah.
A good cleaning, maybe new stuffing inside things. But inside there's just, it's really awesome. There's a lot going on. So hopefully we'll do that in the future. But I don't know, any closing words about everything?
No, it's even better purchase than I thought. You know, I was girly girl. I said it looks cute.
Yeah.
And so I relied on Rich's expertise.
We're not using the word expert. There is no, you're going to watch the videos coming up of me doing repairs. There's no expert in there. There's layman.
So I relied on your knowledge.
Yeah.
And turned out to be a really good deal. And I'm really looking forward to, you know, working on the rest.
Yeah.
Settling in the different colors that we land on and just getting it ready.
We got a big list already made, and we're already working off the list. I think finding a mechanic is one of our next pieces, someone we can trust. And oh my God, keys. That's been a journey, trying to find people to make 1978 Volkswagen replica key or cut keys.
We have one key.
Yeah, we have one key, and we found a local locksmith, so we're hoping tomorrow to have some success there. Yeah. But yeah, that's, you know, thanks. Hopefully you might join us on our journey.
Yeah.
There's some videos after this. I may be talking over them. Maybe I talk in them. But we're gonna bring you guys along for all the fun.
Yeah, let us know what you want to see. If you have any questions.
Yeah, just DM me. Just boop, DMs, slip in my DMs. All right, anything else? Or thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Well, okay, I started the first project without you, but I really thought it wasn't going to be a project. When we picked the vehicle up, we knew that there was a brake light out. And so we got back, I went in and said, okay, let me go get the bulb out and go get a new bulb and put the bulb in. And the bulb was just fine. So with a little bit more research, I found out things are just a wibbly wobbly with the 1978 light fixture here. Things aren't seated tightly, and in that case, a little shopping online, and we've got a new one to put in that obviously everything looks really good, super solid, everything's gonna fit nice and tight. Maybe even look at maybe some of those LED trees instead of these light bulbs in the future. But right now, we need to get this in and get these lights working so we can go past inspection. I got one for both sides, so I'll just go ahead and do that. All the way up. And you'll need a 5/16 socket with a little bit of an extension so you can easily reach in there. Obviously, this isn't very much fun because you can't see what you're doing. You got to find the post and then just, oh, did I already do that one? Yeah, I did some of these. And then I thought, oh, I might as well add this to the collection of things. All right, this top one I haven't done. You find the post with your finger and then you just work. There you go. You work it down. Once I break that seal, I usually just pop that off and do it by hand. Well, now I gotta find that post again. Isn't that funny how it works better when you don't look? When you kind of look away and you just use your fingers and you just kind of see the space in your head to make that a little bit easier. These posts are not completely threaded. So that's really nice that you can just kind of get the nut on the end of the post and you push it in like an inch or so, and that's where the threads start. It really keeps you from dropping them, especially I imagine when I go to put this back together. Let's see if I dropped it just like I said. I was maybe doing a few too many things at one time. Let's see. Oh boy, there it goes. Nice and messy. All right. So now we got the back of this, and I already know this is going to look a little, it does look a little different. Right here you got a little tab that's split for 2 lines to come into it, and on the replacement it's not split. So that's something I'm going to have to deal with and figure out how to make that happen. But right now, I think the best thing to do is maybe mark these wires a little bit to where when I take them apart, I don't find myself being upset that I don't know which one's where. Also need to get the nut. All right, I got some labels here for wire, and I'm gonna just start with one and work my way down. I found a nice little picture for this too that I'm going to get and mark my numbers on before I proceed. All right. Again, thank you, Internet. Now I can just kind of drop this here and take a look. Yeah, that one's 1. The next one down is ground. That one's 2. And then I've got 1, that's 2 wires going in there, which is 3. And then I've got these 2, which are 4 and 5. One comes from the bottom. Well, it says white with red stripe, solid black, but I tell you what, okay, I'm going to say 4 is the one with the white and red stripe, and 5 is black, and then of course our last one, which is 6. All right, at this point, we can try to take these off. without killing ourselves. There's the nut. Bingo. Put that with the other ones. All right, well, I'm sure you're gonna want to just sit here and watch me do this, but I now have to figure out getting a new end. Where's the one that broke? Yep, there it is. Let's see. I have to figure out getting a new one of those and get this guy ready to put back in. I'll do a little bit of sweeping up and try and clean this area out before I get it into place, and we'll go from there. Okay, so you missed all the fun stuff. I did end up taking this one out, and I stole the dual spade from it, or the receiver for the spade, and utilized it in the back. Hopefully, I have that put together well enough for a quick test. Let's see what happens. Are we blinking? We're blinking. All right. Let's try hazards. Oh, the other side's all unplugged. I am probably not going to work. Everything works. Well, that was about an hour and a half and one trip to O'Reilly's. I'm going to get everything put back together and screwed in, and the backs on the backs and the fronts on the fronts. But I think we're in good shape. Excellent. I really have to get better at recording. You missed quite a fun operation. I have doubled the amount of time, and I have a little boo-boo on my finger. This housing had really deteriorated down at the bottom, and those screws that I talk about getting out, one of them, even with a little WD-40 and all the beautifulness, I ended up having to cut the bolt head off. So yeah, I had to get all the plastic out. 2 of the screws came out okay, 2 of them didn't. I then had to cut away all the plastic and hold on to one end and, get the nut off. But the other side was like welded, so I ended up just putting another, a little metal disc on the end of the rotary tool and chopped the end of that off. Well, I got it all out now, and there is definitely one wire that looked like it's split for the running light on the side. So I got a couple connections to do. I've got to move this dual spade. Oh, geez, where'd it go? This is the best part, is when you start looking and go, where's the piece I need? I'd already taken it off. I don't know where it went. Oh, maybe it's back on the bench. I took the dual spade off. I'm gonna get it worked onto the other one, and then we can get this back in and check all the lights. And hopefully we have new housings, new lights. I just will end up having to do a Home Depot run to get a couple 5/16 nuts. And this little adventure is coming to a close. All right, take a break from the back lights. I do need to go get a new bulb. While I was testing, the middle bulb for like the hazards and the brake, or maybe it's the running lights and the brake, blew. So, and it was all loose inside its connector. God knows how old it is, but I need to go to O'Reilly's tomorrow and get another one. So until then, let's fix the next thing that I broke immediately, the seat belt. It kind of works in a weird way that the one piece goes in around another piece, and as you can see, there's a little, well, I don't know if you can see, there's a little catch right here. So you open it, loosen your belt, let it go, and now it's tight, and that way your safety belt works. Well, when I did this and I was loosening it, for no reason, it turns out, it was just bunched up a little bit, I pulled it all the way through. So we've got to look at a way to try and get this back through there. I have an idea though. I was thinking about canvas material like this being a lot easier to work with, and if I could get this lead to start, I could then pull this through. With that, I'm gonna have to do some sewing and some things like that, and it may actually be this canvas material I use because I'm gonna want to make sure that I got a good pull on it, and you know, this little nubby piece, I don't want that to get in the way. So I'm gonna get to cutting some pieces and sewing some things together, and I don't know, I hope get this seatbelt fixed tonight. Okay, so the canvas does go through really easy, this thin canvas. I now need to sew like this bigger piece that I made, this is a test one, together and go in the back and out the front. Yes, go up and out like that, which means I want to take this, I want to build a wind into it. Yeah, like that. All right, so let me test my sewing skills. Luckily I have some needles hanging out because my daughter loves to sew. And again, let's do this right. First time, let's get it right. First time. Oh boy. Canvas, this really light duty canvas is so malleable. That's kind of the key. And I'm hoping there's enough strength with where I've sewed it. See what I mean? See what I mean, Jelly Bean? Oh boy. You know what? I might get a little clamp too. Yeah. That's a little bit too far. Come on. Get out of the way. All right, there we go. Please work. Please work. Please. Oh, come on. I'm glad the threads didn't all give out. Let's go this way, little. Oh, shiminy cricket. Shiminy crickets. All right, there's some of it right there. Oh, boy. Hope I went the right way. Oh, there's the other side. Holy goodness. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I went the right way. Santa Maria. Oh, thank you, goodness. Oh, there we go. Oh, one repair done. Another one almost done. And then we're ready to take it in for an inspection check. I don't even know if I'm on camera. I think it's down here somewhere. I'm going to do some cleanup and fold this over and just even do a quick temporary sew so there's no way it'll ever go back through. It is almost beer time. It is. O'Reilly's to the rescue. Got a new bulb. Let's do a quick test of all of our lights and hopefully everything is right. Left turn, Clyde. Yep. Right turn, Clyde. Yep, right. Yep. All right, do we got brake lights? Do we got brake lights? Yes. Yes, we do. Do we have? Yes! All right. Seatbelt's done, lights are done. I need to get lens caps back on, and we need to get this for a quick inspection check and see if we can just pass inspection on the first try. Fingers crossed. If not, we'll be back with a task list of things to do.